What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It is Friday. You can see the excitement in my face. It was a rough, challenging week for me, for sure. So I don't know about you guys, but it was a lot of ups and downs and just everything. If you follow me on any of my other social media apps, I asked everybody, I was like, hey, if you got any topics or any kind of questions, I'm gonna go ahead and answer any kind of questions or topics or whatever you wanna talk about on Fridays. So every Friday I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna open up, take questions, write them down as best as I can because it looks like chicken scratch right now. But I'm gonna answer those. So there's no particular topic today, just open book time. So today is Freestyle Friday. Let's talk about it. So as usual, before we start anything, before we start this whole show, this whole party today, I want to say thank you to everybody that's been on this journey daily with me. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments, your shares, the questions. And just this week has been really an amazing week for me. I've gotten so many messages from my friends. Don't think I'm talking about tons and tons. But for me, if it's 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a lot for me. You see, I'm usually the one that's out there rooting for everybody. I'm usually the one like, hey, what's going on? How was your day? How did that IPS go? Hey, you guys have an amazing shoot today. What's going on? Tell me about it. Share your wins. So I'm always constantly reaching out. I'm always constantly rooting for people. So to get messages from people, I mean, I'm just not used to that, When you're the constant cheerleader for everybody else, when someone says something good to you, I don't know what to do with that, It's like Ricky Bobby, I don't know what to do with my hands. So anyways, de todo el corazón, thank you very much. Thank you to everybody that has sent me stuff, messages, your words and everything. So I have something amazing happened this morning. I don't want to get emotional, but I have a brother that's down in San Antonio, and my mom's down in San Antonio. I live up in Fort Worth, and for those that don't know, my mom had a major back surgery about 2 weeks ago, and I had a lot of people that prayed for me. It opened up my eyes to my real friends, and like I said on another video, it made me realize who I need to focus on, who I need to invest my time in, because they invested time in me. Anyways, I'm going off track already. We haven't even started yet. So I get my coffee, I'm ready to start work, and boom, I see a phone call. And my brother Adam doesn't use the phone. He is a rarity. He hates phones. He hates all that stuff, He hates Facebook, anything that has to do with anything outside of his little inner bubble, which is his wife, his kids, and my mom. That's his world. Anybody that sees that, at what? It was like 7 a.m. They see that your heart starts racing, I'm gonna be real. You're just like, oh my God. And I'm looking at my cell phone, I'm like, man, I don't want to answer this call. Please, God, please tell me my mom's all right. Don't let this be a bad call, please. And I'm scared, I'm scared, yo. I've already lost my father before. So my mom is like, it's my mom. Anyway, so I answered the phone. I'm like, what's going on? I'm trembling. My hands are trembling. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you like this so you can understand how I felt. So I answered the phone and he's like, I'm all, what's going on? What's up? What's wrong? And he's like, nothing. There's nothing wrong. Nothing's going on with mom. Calm down. I'm like, come on, just tell me what's going on. Why are you calling me? Because like I said, it's a rarity I get a call from my brother. And he's like, hey, just want to let you know, I had an amazing time with you when you came down. I had so much fun. And I love you. And I miss you. Damn, bro. God dang, man. I started my day just bawling, bro. Bawling. I mean, it just filled my heart. Anyways, it's Friday. Adam, if you're watching this, I love you with everything I got. You're my brother. So let's get to the questions. I mean, we already started off wrong, so I'm gonna pause this for a second. I'll be right back. All right, man. My eyes are on fire, yo. Anyways, I had to share that. So I'm getting my composure back. Like I said, I'm an open book with y'all. Everything that happens on these vlogs is gonna be straight open book. No covering, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I had to pause it because I didn't want to do that ugly cry. Like woo, look like I'm going into cardiac arrest or anything like that. So I appreciate you allowing me to pause that to gain my composure. So, anyways, it's Friday. There's no reason to even go through all that. I feel good. My heart felt good. That meant so much to me. So, anyways, so I got my list here. It looks like chicken scratch. So I'm gonna try to make sense of these. These are just little questions that people put. They either send it to, give it to me on Facebook. They told me in person. They sent me a message. It's not a lot. I mean, but I told them, hey, you drop a question, I want to answer it. So some of them are nice, some of them are not. We'll go with that. But I can't pick and choose. Obviously, I will choose the non-negative ones. I mean, if you come up with foul mouth and stuff like that, we'll talk on the side. I'll hit you up and I'll charge you up on the side with that stuff. But so the first one, obviously, I didn't know how to take this one. But they asked me, hey, why so many vlogs daily? And what happened to your podcast? Well, I mean, if you're following, then you wouldn't have that answer because I say it almost every day. So it was kind of just like I don't know if it was a trick question, a MacGyver question, or some kind of I don't know. But to answer your question, the podcast is separate. If you watch our first 2 episodes of the podcast, or actually, I'm sorry, the first episode, I was mumbling a lot. It was a challenge for me to try to keep my composure and to keep everything flowing. So with this vlogs, I'm able to speak more effectively, pronunciate my words better, and then just practice. So when I am on those podcasts, I can speak better. But what I found too is I'm starting to like these just as much as the podcast. So it's making me feel good. It's something that I can come and do and then knock it out and then go do whatever I gotta do. So I hope that answers your question. The next one. They ask, why do I wear black? Black is my favorite color. I mean, I don't know. It's black and then green. I think the other day I wore blue. So I'm trying to throw in some colors in there. Obviously with the unfinished studio, I'm using one light here and I'm using these, whatever these are called, LED lights, or blue and a red or pink, to kind of throw some depth in there. But obviously with a studio like this, not all the colors are gonna look good. Like I put on, I have an orange color. Man, I look like David Hasselhoff. straight over that. I mean, I could have been running like, boom. straight just David Hasselhoff. So I like black. It's not anything whatever, but I like black. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Next one. I think they meant to ask, how many tattoos do I have? I put, why so many tattoos? I don't know how I got that. I have, in total, I have 37 tattoos. I have my chest done, my arms done, my fingers done, the bottom of my armpits, my elbows. I don't have anything on my legs or anything like that. I've just never liked that. But it's all on my upper chest. My chest is a huge eagle, and it stretches all the way across. My back, I have a Japanese dragon by Fit Buchanan out of San Diego. And it's not finished, so it looks like a big old, I don't know, etch-a-sketch, whatever. My daughters used to color some of them in, but I don't know if you have tattoos out there, but the back, when they get into that little side fat you got here, ooh, sweet baby Jesus. Damn. That is straight fire. Straight fire. Or when they come up in this side. Oh. My chest, that hurt too. That took about, I think, 4 or 5 sessions, and it's not even done. And then when I went to get if you're gonna get a tattoo, make sure you research your tattoo artist. The guy I did, he did amazing. I mean, the tattoo looks awesome, but if you can see, that is some thick lines, bro. Thick. And when he was carving him, I mean, I felt like I was a turkey on Thanksgiving. I mean, and then when he gets right into here, good God, man. And then I had to keep coming back. Anyways, so 37 tattoos. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. I needed some water. So next question. Am I a believer? I try not to put religion or politics on here because there's so many people out there that just get triggered over everything. If you watch my other videos, you can tell I am by the way I talk, the way I present myself. You know who is a believer. Am I saved? Yeah, I'm saved. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. I wouldn't be the person I am now if I wasn't. Do I fail daily? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll fail, fall down a mountain, keep rolling, hit a branch, hit a rock, get hit by a car, and then stand up, and then a bird poop on my shirt or whatever. So yeah, we all fall. You know what I mean? We all make choices in our days. Do I use some kind of words that later I resent or repent for? Yeah. Do I do things that I shouldn't do? Yes. Do I ask for forgiveness on a daily basis? Yes. Do I give thanks for what He's done in my life? Yes. So yeah, I'm a believer. I don't know if that was a question to either inspire or to be like, are you really a believer? Because you don't look like one. And like I've said on other previous videos, I mean, we could go into that. I could save that for a topic because a lot of times when people like me come in to a church or whatever the case is, they either judge you at the door or they think you don't have Jesus. They think you're not saved. Because we had to go looking for different churches before, find where we want to fit in. And that's two of the things. Either I'm judged on if I actually believe, if I'm a heathen. Am I there to rob people? Am I there when they pass the tray around I get that double look like, but it happens. It's a reaction to what I've done to my physical appearance. So I don't blame them. I mean, hey, we look at people when we put our wallets down or our cell phones porque te la llevan, you know what I mean? So I just do the over the hand pass, after I put what we got to put in. I'm like, here you go, take it. So they know I didn't put nothing in my pocket, whatever. Anyways, moving on. And thank you for your question. The gym, how's the gym? The gym sucks. The gym sucks. I'll be real with you. Today, I woke, it was 5:30. Well, 5:15, 5:20, because I always put 3 alarms. I don't know if anybody else does. I need that first one so I can hit it and still feel like I got that extra 5 minutes. So I got one at like 5:15, 5:20, and then 5:25. 5:10 went off, the 5:15, and then that 5:20 hit. And I'll be real, I looked at my phone, I'm like, oh man, because Fridays are my work from home days from my corporate job. So I go in at 7:30. So I could have slept, I could have woke up at like 7:29 and then clock in, boom, do my job. I don't know if anybody else does that. Just 7:29, I'm here. Hope your laptop turns on, because at 7:29 it turns to 7:30, 7:35, and then all of a sudden you got some kind of installation coming on your phone, and all of a sudden you're late 15 minutes. Anyways, so I wanted to hit that, I wanted to hit that alarm and just sleep a little bit more. But I didn't. I got up, I stumbled, I walked over there, made sure my wife hears me, like stomping everywhere so she could hear me. And I went to the gym. It took a while to pump me up. It took a while because I was exhausted. I mean, I've been in the gym all this week. The whole week is my first week back. On top of that, the diet stuff. Come on now. And then in my mind, I'm like, hey, dude, it's Friday, man. You already did your stuff. That's where it starts. A little semilla, you just plant that little negative thing in your head, and it just snowballs. All of a sudden, 2 months, you're like, oh, I should have stayed in the gym. So yeah, it's been a struggle. And then today, since I was working from home, I'm like, well, what if I just go outside and just do my video? Because my wife went with my daughter to the store to buy her a dress. Because for those that don't know, we have a gender reveal going to be happening in less than a month. So I'm going to be a grandfather again. Woo woo. So anyways, they went to the store, and I'm like, well, if I do the video now, I can come back, edit it, and boom, I'll be done by 6 o'clock, have it all posted, ready to go, and then get on to the next project. That little monillo that we talked about yesterday was just in there like, you can do it. So I flicked him, he's like, ah. And I went to the gym. Struggled, and I went to the gym. And I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, I'm gonna hit that gym. We have a quinceañera tomorrow, so I'm pumping myself up to stay in the gym. Hopefully, whatever, we'll see how I feel 5:30 in the morning. But anyways, that's a long response to one question. So there goes the dogs. There's dogs outside. I do have one from a photographer. So he asked, who inspires me for creative shoots? I had to think about that one, since I've been doing this vlog, that kind of question is more for the podcast part, because that's more geared towards photography. This is more geared just to anything. So, but it was a question, so I'll take it. Who inspires me? That for me, like I said, I had to think about it. You got people like Sandro Castellanos, he is out of Chicago. You got my good friend George Mancera. He is a master of light, master. And he's one of the ones that I first learned with. And he's a good dude. Then you got the co-host, Fino, my friend, you know, let me requote that. My best friend, because I know he's gonna watch this. He'd be like, "You didn't call me your best friend." Anyways, he is king of the low shots. You know, when they're leaning, you know, those photographers are like on the ground, plastered, look like a pigeon just fell out of a building. That's him. And then you see his shots. They're just like, whoa, man. Damn. And then you got El Gato, you got Casey Withers. He's not a photographer anymore. He's moved on to the shipping industry, but mad respect for him. You know, he takes those, he can throw lights in the background, he could throw smoke, he could throw water, and his stuff is in like fitness model magazines. But the guy's so down to earth, you know what I mean? He's got that good personality, and I love that about him. Then you got Wesley Jones from Thunderbridge Photography. Man, if I tell you this guy's got talent, I mean, you just give him something. You can invent anything. You'd be like, I need you to learn how to play this violin truck thing. The guy would be a master of it within a week. He's a painter, so he paints. He paints commercials and houses, commercial buildings and homes and stuff like that. And then he picks up a camera and all of a sudden, I mean, the guy's got an eye. He's got that talent. You know, it just comes out of people. Mad props. There's so many more. You know, you got Rafa, you got all kinds of people out there that are just amazing photographers. The reason I had to think about that is because I believe it's not just about photography. You got to tell a story. And even if it's a story about the people that are there, it's also about your brand. It's also about you as a person, how you are. Right now, we got so many people out there. You know, you got people with egos, people with no egos, people that are like Wesley that could just master everything. And then you got the ones that master everything, but they can't master their own character. They can't master themselves outside of that. You got people now in the industry that are big names. I don't want to throw those names out there because I don't want them coming out of my channel. But people that I looked up to that became trash because they couldn't control their own sexual urges with their models and stuff like that. So to answer the question, the people I look up to are like people, Peter McKinnon, that's a big one for me because I like how he talks. He's just real. He's got no big head. Then you got Justin Porter. The guy's a beast. A beast. And when he first started, I remember people dogging him because he came with all this equipment. He came and he was doing the TikTok dances like we were. And he was sharing his side. That's branding. That's showing people who you are as a person. And it builds it up. So it's not just about the pretty pictures. It's about you as an individual. It's you as a company. Justin Porter, mad props, bro. Mad props to you. Now people are coming around to that. Now people are realizing, oh, you know what? I do have to step outside in front of the camera and do a little ticky-tacky dance. Maybe I shouldn't have made fun of him. Maybe I shouldn't have said, hey, your content has no value because where's your finished product? Oh, man. Quit being a critic and join the club. Step out. So I know that was a long-winded, but I had to think about that one. So for me, it's those names I mentioned, plus their brands, plus the respect I got for them as human beings. Because we all can do different things. We all can be masters of everything. Call ourselves masters of everything. But our brand is just straight garbage. Not all of them. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Not all. But we're being real. You know what I'm saying? If you got a nasty attitude, people are gonna feel that. The people I associate with, the people that are in my inner circle, are people that match my personality. People that put those egos aside and say, hey, you know what, I'm struggling in this. Anyways, we're moving on. So I'm gonna pause it for a second. I'm gonna get some more water because that gym just drained me. All right, so I don't know if I was in the front of this page or the back of the page. Oh, so yeah, we finished that one. Oh, here's a good one. How is it raising 4 daughters? It's the toughest job of my life. Like I said in previous videos, I have an older daughter. I have, you know, middleest, and then the youngest one. And what I found is you have to deal with their personalities. You have to deal with them becoming women and, you know, getting married and having this and that in their minds and stuff like that. I try to stay out of everything. Yeah, I mean, no one's gonna be the perfect father. No one's gonna be the perfect mother. But I grew up in a time that we respected our parents, and I try to instill that to my kids. I when I have conversations, I'm always, if I'm talking to you and you're looking away, I'm like, look at me, because I'm looking at you. So it's I love it because it made me more of a good man, because it took a lot of the machismo away from me. There's still some in there, but you know, having daughters, you learn, okay, they're watching what you do. So, you know, you try to wash dishes, you try to clean the house, you try to do stuff that maybe in their eyes are not manly, but you try to show them what they need to find in a man. So, but like I said, we have our arguments, we have our tips and stuff like that. If you have daughters, and I guess that's the question why you asked it, but stick in there. Like I said, I mentioned before, there's a book called She Calls Me Daddy. I don't remember the first name, but his last name is Wogelmuth, something like that. I'll put it in the little show notes, but yeah, good luck to you. Jeez. All right, so next question. You and your wife are like night and day. We are. If you see her, she's more of she's the diva, you know what I mean? She's the diva, she's the one who likes to get dressed up and look all beautiful at the events. I mean, we can go there in tennis shoes and stuff like that, but my wife comes in and just all the heads turn, you know? She comes in with high heels, and she's with the camera strap, she's got 2 cameras. And I'm proud of her every time. Proud of her every single time. Me on the other side, you know, this is me, you know. Yeah, she's trying to get me into that little amber crotch and Fitch, whatever stuff, and the little, I call them banana boat shoes. She gets mad. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna put the stupid banana boat shoes on. And, you know, like tucked in shirts and stuff like that. I mean, it's good to do that every now and then, but it's not me. This is me. You know, I'm more of the t-shirt person. Put your t-shirt on, jeans, and some Chucks, and let's go. She's more of like, get dressed up, be presentable. And you'll see me, I'm presentable, and sometimes when we go out and stuff like that. But on a daily basis, this is how I am. This is what I look like. She likes a different kind of music. I mean, I like cumbia. She likes all the Luis Miguel and all this other stuff. It's just, I like hard stuff, you know. But God put us in that path, you know. We're yin yang. I always tell her that she's fire and I'm ice. I'm probably gonna get beat for that one. Anyways, so someone else asked about tattoos. That's done. Why do you always wear ACDC shirts? Because I love them. I mean, look at that. If I can find it, if there's an ACDC shirt in a store, I'm buying it. I just love their rawness. I love how they just come out in concert and just blast you. And it's not even like a buildup. It's like, pow! ACDC. So, my favorite music, it has to be just anything that's loud, anything that is just boom, 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 moving. I grew up on, cumbias and stuff like that, and then we moved into like different phases of my life where we went into like little gangster mode, and I'm gonna share that story. I don't want to give too much on that, but I was around gangs all my life. Well, until like I want to say the couple of years in high school, and I couldn't find a way out. You know what I mean? I couldn't find a way to get out of this gang life that it's all over the neighborhood. When I grew up, the whole street belonged to everybody. You go outside, it's like a whole bunch of birds. And I don't think I talked about that. The birds on the other previous video, when they go up, it's to let you know when the cops are coming. Or when people are not from your neighborhood, everybody starts whistling. So it sounds like a big old canary house going down the road. So anyways, coming back to that. My favorite music, punk rock, rock and roll, hard metal. I don't like the stuff like death metal and stuff like that. That's just too dark. But I love stuff like Volbeat. I grew up on the Sex Pistols, Misfits, Social Distortion, US Bombs, Exploited, all that stuff. And that's what I love. My wife likes all the Luis Miguel and stuff, which we have to go to a concert. I think it's in May, and I have to listen to like 2 hours of him singing. So anyways, so the other question that they had was, how did I get into the punk rock stuff? And I'm gonna save that one. So I appreciate that question, but I'm gonna save that because that is a different story entirely, because that took me out of that gang life and into a different world, which still ended up jacked up too. So, but yeah, that looks like all the questions I got. It was a lot. I did want to mention, I got a message. The second episode that we did it with a guy named David Watley, and he owns the Covenant Studios. And he sent me a message out of the blue, and he's like, hey, you know what? I really enjoyed being on your show, and you've inspired me. And then he shows me a picture of all the podcast gear he bought. I mean, he bought everything. So he owns this studio. He has a Studio A and a Studio B. While we were there, I'm like, hey, man, why don't you just open up a podcast studio here? Rent that out. So whoever's a photographer or a videographer, or if you're thinking about getting into podcasts and stuff like that, that's the man you want to see. I'm going to put his stuff. I'm going to try to do this right here. And that's how you can get a hold of him. That was perfect timing. The dog barked right in the middle of it. But yeah, so his new studio, it's going to open up on the 15th of May. God dang that dog. The 15th of May, his studio is opening, and it's going to be called Say What Podcast Studio. Say What Podcast Studio, sorry. I'm trying to talk over these dogs. Anyways, so that was a long one today. But I appreciate you guys. Like I said, this is a journey, and I'm hoping you're seeing me grow on this. I know I'm seeing it because I have to go back and edit this stuff, and I'm like, man, did I say that? Did I really talk? Did I really just move freely through that? And then I see the mistakes too, but that's how it is. That's what happens when you just be real on here. So thank you for the questions. I'm gonna open up again for next Friday. Some other people give me some good topics. Ben, he gave me a topic that I totally forgot about. I've known Ben for about a good 20-something years too. And that's going to be a good one. It's the time we went on Father's Day and my birthday. We went to a place called Lake Texoma. And we wanted to go so bad. I already had everything planned out. If you're going to go camping, especially in between Texas and Oklahoma, check that weather. I'm going to share that story. I'm going to save it for later. We were in the middle of a tornado. I totally forgot about that. But that's what I like about this show, is it's bringing a lot of my old friends back into my life and reminding me of, like I said, the people that matter, the people that I should invest more time in. And I'm hoping to grow more friends like that. And if you have a question, if you have a topic you want me to talk about, put it in the comment section. I didn't read the names because, dumb me, I wrote the questions down, and the only one I remember was Rafa. That's the only one. I wrote everything else on here. I wrote the questions as best as I could with this chicken scratch, and I forgot the names. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope to see you on here tomorrow. I understand if you guys got things going on. I'm going to be here anyways. So, like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you got negative comments, as always, kick that to the curb. Take it elsewhere. We don't need it. Until tomorrow, deuces.